The atmosphere in the WWE Performance Center was electric, the kind of intensity that can only be found on a night where personal rivalries and championship ambitions collide. After a hard-fought victory in the main event of NXT, Blake Monre, known for his ruthless efficiency and tactical brilliance inside the ring, celebrated his triumph with a confidence that bordered on menacing. But the celebration was short-lived. It was soon punctuated by a clear and chilling warning directed at his next target, the up-and-coming powerhouse, Sol Ruca. What began as a routine victory celebration transformed into a moment of psychological warfare, a statement that Blake Monre was not just a competitor, but a predator, stalking his prey in the shadows of NXT. The victory celebration, triumph and domination. Blake Monre's match had been nothing short of spectacular. From the opening bell, he dominated his opponent with a combination of technical skill and raw power, showcasing his signature strikes, devastating suplexes, and clever ring awareness. The crowd erupted with each high-impact maneuver, knowing that they were witnessing the work of a future main event superstar in full command of his abilities. As the final pinfall was executed, Monre rose, chest heaving, sweat glistening under the arena lights. The referee raised his hand in victory, but Monre barely acknowledged it. Instead, he turned to the camera with a piercing stare, eyes burning with the intensity of someone who had tasted success and was now hungry for more. Fans in the arena cheered and jeered in equal measure, a mix of admiration and apprehension. Monre's celebration was theatrical yet calculated, his movements precise, each gesture sending a message to everyone watching. I am here. I am dangerous, and no one is safe, Sol Ruca, in the crosshairs. As Monre soaked in the energy of the crowd, he shifted his focus. Off in the distance, the camera caught a glimpse of Sol Ruca watching from backstage. Ruca, known for his resilience, explosive athleticism, and willingness to take risks, had been quietly building momentum in NXT. He had become a symbol of determination and courage, taking on some of the toughest competitors and never backing down. But for Monre, Ruca represented a challenge, not just in terms of skill, but in terms of reputation. This wasn't just a rivalry waiting to happen. This was a chess match, one where Monre intended to assert dominance before any physical confrontation occurred. With a cold smirk, Monre grabbed a microphone, silencing the arena. Every eye was on him as the crowd sensed that something significant was about to unfold. The warning, psychological warfare. Monre's voice echoed through the arena, calm yet menacing. Sol Ruca, you've been making a name for yourself, he began, pacing slowly in the ring. And I'll give you credit. You've got heart, guts, and more courage than most. But courage without strategy is useless, and heart without discipline is weakness. The camera cut to Sol Ruca, his expression a mixture of intrigue and determination. He knew that Monre's words weren't just empty threats. They were calculated, precise, and designed to get under his skin. Monre continued, stepping closer to the camera, as if speaking directly to Ruca and everyone else in NXT. You see, I didn't just win tonight. I sent a message. Every move, every strike, every second in that ring was a warning. And now it's your turn. Step into the spotlight, Sol. See if you've got what it takes to face me. But know this, when you do, I won't hold back. I don't fight fair, I don't fight pretty, and I don't stop until there's no one left standing. The arena was dead silent, the tension almost tangible. Fans knew that this wasn't mere bravado. Monre was announcing a war, and Sol Ruca was his next target. A legacy of dominance. Blake Monre's warning carried weight because it was backed by his record. Since arriving in NXT, he had built a reputation as one of the most methodical and dominant competitors on the roster. He had dismantled rivals with precision, adapted to any style, and consistently demonstrated a combination of athleticism and strategy that set him apart. For Sol Ruca, this wasn't just a challenge. It was a trial by fire. He would have to face not only Monre's physical dominance, but his psychological edge. Every match would be a battle, every move a test of skill and resilience. And in true WWE fashion, the fans were already anticipating the confrontation, knowing that sparks were about to fly. The audience reacts. The NXT audience, both live and at home, reacted immediately. Social media exploded with predictions, analysis, and excitement. Clips of Monre's warning were shared thousands of times within minutes, fans dissecting every word, every gesture, and every glance. Hashtags like #Monre vs Ruca, #NXT Showdown, and #Blake Monre trended as anticipation built for what promised to be a match of epic proportions. Fans in the arena held up signs: Ruca versus Monre, phenomenal challenge, and the Predator approaches, reflecting both admiration for Monre's charisma and support for Ruca's underdog journey. The tension in the building was palpable. Everyone knew that the storyline was only just beginning and that the psychological games Monre had started would only escalate. The significance of the confrontation. This confrontation was more than a simple rivalry. It represented the clash of two philosophies. Monre embodied strategy, cunning, and ruthless efficiency. He relied on methodical planning, in-ring intelligence, and psychological manipulation to dominate his opponents. Ruca, on the other hand, represented raw talent, explosive energy, and unyielding heart. The contrast was perfect. One was a predator stalking the shadows, the other a young, fearless challenger eager to prove himself. The narrative was clear. When these two forces collided, the stakes would be monumental, the outcome unpredictable, and the consequences lasting.